What's going on, folks? Welcome to another video. So I stumbled across this lady. Actually seen her before. She's talking about common law. I don't maybe she's waking up a little bit better, a little bit more, shall we say. She wasn't awake a couple of years ago. She's living in a van now. Yeah, and she's having a rant about fake van lifers. And I have been talking about this subject for a while, mate, to people I know. Some of us have been living on the road fucking 12 years, mate. Some of us don't fucking advertise shit. Some of us just get on with it, right? We don't have fucking, hashtag van life channels, right? You know? Fucking come and look inside my home, blah, blah, blah. This is where I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. You know, pay me, you know. People trying to get famous on the back of fucking living in a van. Some of us were doing it before it was fucking fashionable. Literally. So that must mean, right, and consciousness, things are connected, right? That must mean the rest of them are just fucking bandwagon jumping, hive mind, fucking copycat cunts. If something becomes popular for various reasons, oh, you can do this, you can do that, it's you don't have to pay this and that, and blah, 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 blah. There's various reasons why people get into it, right? And then what you find is all the other cunts that are still fucktarded, walking dead, ass asleep, jump on the bandwagon. Oh, let's go do van life. And then the next thing you see, right? You go and look around. The war on van life, mate. This is the most unfriendly country, England, to people living in their van, right? In fact, you can't, you know, basically, if you told your insurance company you was doing it full time and you didn't have a house, right, they would stop your fucking insurance, mate. Okay? There's ways around it. You have to say, yeah, you're travelling 6 weeks a year, blah, blah, blah. This is my address, da, 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 da. And then you might be lucky, right? So they're trying to make it fucking illegal virtually. All the councils are putting up fucking, oh, no parking, no overnight parking, can't park here. All the locals hate fucking people living in vans. There is a literal war on van lifers. Let me tell you why. Because of cunts jumping on the fucking bandwagon. Morons travelling around in their vans, dumping their fucking rubbish, having barbecues by the side of the road, just NPC retards, you know, emptying their fucking toilets out in the middle of the street and all kinds of shit. Now, mate, as if I've never emptied a toilet out behind a bush, mate, in a forest. Yes, I have. Would it be still there in a month? No. It would be gone, mate. The slugs will have eaten it. Okay? Facts of life. But if you get 100,000 people doing it, of course the locals are going to be fucked off. People dumping their shit all over the place, yeah? And there's various reasons why this happens, you know. It's unfriendly to van life. So there's no facilities. There's no public toilets where you can just walk in and da-da-da. You know, there's no water supply. You go to France, mate, they literally, in every town, they'll give you a fucking plot with grey water disposal, you know, all facilities for free. Just have it. No, not in England, because it's a fucking prison, mate. Draco Archon prison. They don't want people flying under the radar, living joyful life, parking in nice places, healing, away from the fucking EMF noise and shit. They don't want that. Anyway, I'm going off on a rant. Have a listen to what she says about van dwellers in the UK. She's right, by the way.
There's no way that you're full-time if you're surviving on small supplies like that. And some of the videos, like, people don't tell you the reality. The real reality. You know, you've got these, I've seen some lasses on the road in vans. They're not telling you to keep away from most guys, and this is not all, but I'm going to say most guys in vans that are on their own because they're red flags. They've all got the same narrative, yeah. I've met a couple of nice people in vans, men and women, couples, I've also met a lot of walking red flags as well. People that, you know, these guys that live in vans, not all of them again, but I'd say 95% of guys that live alone in vans, they've all got the same narrative, and that is relationship breakdown, they're now living in a van.
True. Not me though, mate, because I was in a fucking van before any relationship fucking ever came along, right? I guess if I'm honest, it's not necessarily relationship breakdown. It was a fucking more like, you know, I basically woke up and I was like, I'm not paying fucking council tax, electricity and fucking all this bullshit. It's slavery. So, you know, when you stop paying the bills, eventually you get evicted, right? Whoever your fucking landlord is, even if it's the closest person to you, they'll kick you out, mate, yeah? So I was like, whatever, fuck you. Go and live in a fucking caravan. And from there, you know, live in a caravan for a year or two, which I did. In the winter, no electricity, no solar panels, in the dark with candles, through winter, yeah? That's how you fucking start shit, mate. That's how you know, you have to fucking go through some of the hard times before eventually you start bettering yourself. You're like, right, how can I do this? Let's get a better caravan. Oh, this one has gas heating in it. Amazing. And a gas hob that works. Fantastic. Right? Then eventually get a bigger one. Blah, blah, blah. So, you know, there was no relationship breakdown, but there was a fucking eviction, essentially. But like my mate said, who's enlightened, right? Probably the best thing that happened to you. You know? It was hard at the time. And don't get me wrong, mate, van life is fucking tough, right? Especially now because you've got all these fucking retard police officers and brain-controlled fucking scumbags, you know, basically reporting you for just basically living in your van. Oh, let's call the police, there's someone sleeping on my road. And it's happened, right? It's happened. Anyway, I'm having a fucking rant about van life. Have a listen to what else she says. So, her advice is stay away from men if you're a woman. Well, my advice is stay away from other humans, okay? Women too. Mate, and I fucking met hundreds. Go try living in Glastonbury on the side of the street, mate, in your van for 2 years. Go try it. See what happens to you. You will be attacked psychically by witches, black magic, demons. There's fucking all kinds of demons living in vans, hiding behind, I'm a van lifer. You're a fucking evil little cunt is what you are, right? Hundreds of the cunts, mate. Anyway, and I don't trust these fucking van lifers anyway. I met one the other day, dead ass asleep. I have met one or two, and the thing is, right, they tend to be a little bit more awake than the normies in the houses, right? I will give them that. It's like, okay, you've made the jump. You're gonna exit the matrix as best you can, and that is one way, mate. Especially in England, right? People do it for different reasons, right? A lot of fucking followers and hangers on. They want to do the Instagram van life. Look at me, I'm parked by a lake. Right, and these retards, well, they're fucking retards, mate. They'll last a couple of years, maybe 3 years, and then they can fuck off back to their house. I've noticed that a lot. A lot of these van life channels as well. They'll do van life for a few years, and then you'll see, right, oh, we've decided it's too hard, or whatever. They're fucking weak pieces of shit, mate.
So, yeah, it's very clicky.
Try going to prison for it, you fucking cunts, yeah? How hard do you know, what are you willing to go through for fucking freedom, mate? Are you willing to stand up and call the fucking courts pedophile, war crime fucking scumbags? What happens when you do that? Huh? Tell the fucking slave masters that they're fucking evil and that actually there's no law that says you have to do any of what they ask you to do. In fact, the law says opposite. We have freedom to travel wherever we choose at any season of the year without let, hindrance or levy. There you go, in the law, mate. That's their law. So why are you fucking paying all this shit? I'll tell you why, right? Because I've been there. There isn't really a way around it, mate. If you don't pay it, they'll put you in prison. It's how it works, mate. Now, you might get away with it for a few years. Eventually, you'll go through a camera, or someone will report you, or a parking warden will come along. Oh, call the police on you. Next thing you know, you're in a fucking jail cell, mate. Seriously, it works like that in this country, right?
That's why I keep myself to myself. It's very clicky. The full-time world is clicky. Yes, it is. People are nosy, just like neighbours in a house. People want to know your business. They want to know your financial situation. They think they've got access because they live an alternative life like you. They think they've got access to your personal information, your situation. No one has access to me apart from who I allow to have access to me. That's the real side of Vanlife. So I always like to make positive videos and show you the good side. But as you know, I like to tell you the bullshit with it as well that comes with it as well. And there is a lot of bullshit, like everything. That's why I keep myself to myself. That's why I don't associate... Excuse me. I'm going to have an argument with someone now, my nose is itching. That's why I don't associate with the van world and community, if you like. Probably going to have an argument with somebody in the comments after this video. But yeah, again guys, not going to rant on too long. And it's not really a rant, it's just me having my say on things and what I've seen since my experience of being full-time. What I've witnessed, what I've seen, the fakery around it is crazy and I can't get my head around it. But again, that's just coming from someone that's real, probably a bit too real for my own good at times. But hey ho, I ain't going to change from now on. Just be careful what you consume, guys, because all is not as it seems, even on YouTube, unfortunately.
So there you go. She's right, mate. Avoid the fucking cunts. You know, this I see a lot of this. It's just grown in the last few years, 4 years or something. I was speaking, like I was speaking to someone else, right? You know, since this fucking pandemic bullshit, a lot of people have jumped on the Vanlife bandwagon. First of all, in the beginning, they couldn't leave the country, so they, you know, what to do? Right, we couldn't go on holiday. Right, let's do the van life thing, yeah? So a lot of people fell into it like that, right? Simple, mate. And then, you know, there's huge fucking van life festivals now. I wouldn't fucking touch it with a barge pole, mate. What a bunch of demons in fucking metal boxes, all drinking alcohol, bacon-eating scumbags. To give you an example, right? Go to the Drove at Stonehenge. As a friend of mine said on my channel, it stinks of bacon. Right, so you've got a sacred site, even though it's been rebuilt. Right, a sacred site that's been fucked with, and then you've got loads of dickheads flocking there, living in their vans along the Drove because, oh, the bylaw says we can live here. Great. And they're all eating bacon and drinking alcohol like a bunch of demon fucktard slaves. You know, polluting that fucking ley line, right, with their demonic fucking behaviour. Blood-drinking, flesh-eating scum. And I'm going to tell you that 98%, 99% of van lifers are the same. Scumbags, mate. Bacon-eating scum. Just turn on a van life channel. And you'll see. You'll see. They're fucking scum. Avoid them at all costs. Anyway, that's my rant over. Anyway, she's right. I'm glad someone else is talking about it. And there's a lot of fake fuckers as well in van life. Oh, I've been doing it 6 months. Try 12 years, you fucking cunt.